Hi, in this video I'm going to show you how to use the storyboard. The storyboard is one of the unique features of Wigwam, and it's really this sidebar over here which allows you to create a pretty elaborate visual map or visual representation or a mind map of anything that you type in real time. Really, you should be able to create any type of complex diagram just by typing in your thoughts, brainstorming, like you would do in a to-do list or a Word document or a note. So let's get started. So you see that I created this new model, and the first node is already here and it's highlighted. So let's type in the subject of this project, which would be the Wigwam launch. Wigwam launch, you see that as I'm typing, it's already updating the text card here, the label. And if I hit enter, it immediately creates a second node. Now, if you notice this level here of indent, it would help me basically create a list of unconnected nodes. If I want to do that, I can keep going on and hit enter after each time. Or if I make a mistake, I can hit backspace. But that's not what I want to do. What I want to do is start creating connections with this first topic, Wigwam launch. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit tab, and now I'm in the connection creation mode. So I'm basically creating connections for this first node. So let's think up some broad categories of things that I want to take care of for the Wigwam launch. So I have development, I have QA, I have marketing, I have sales, and I have PR, and I have events. Okay, so notice that as I'm typing in, this map is being created dynamically. The magnetic forces that govern this graph lay it out beautifully in a way that's very readable. And all I've done was type in a few things. But obviously I don't want to stop there. So let's go into development and add a connection. So I hit this little square over here, which you can do for each one. It opens, it expands this nodes, all of the connections under this nodes, and I can start typing. So for development, I have some tasks. I have bug fixing. I have last styling issues. I have a sign up link that I need to create. And I have mix panel integration, let's say. And finally, I have a production deploy to take care of. You see that the map looks very different, but don't worry, it's not over yet, because we're going to add a few tickets to other nodes here, and it will come into its own. The shape will represent the sum of the connections and the real the way the project really looks like. So we're going to add some tickets under QA. Let's say test new bug fixes. I'm going to say regression testing and deploy production test. Okay. Continuing down the line, very quickly, we have a newsletter, we have write blog post, we have Facebook post, Facebook ad, and some, let's say, Google ads as well. And now the project is beginning to look more robust. It begins to seem like itself, but we still have a few tickets. So under sales, let's say call all my friends, email all my work contacts, and this should be enough. Now if you see the way it happens here, sometimes it gets into a situation which is not very attractive. You can very easily just grab and rearrange. The magnetic forces will spread it out. So this is a lot less work than you would have if you had to worry about layouts yourself. You can see that we've created quite a robust graph, and we could keep going. The canvas is infinite. It spaces itself out, and it can handle a pretty insane amount of complexity. But let's look at some of the other things that you can do here. So first of all, each one of these nodes obviously expands and collapses. And there are two ways to create connections under each node. You have this button over here. You also have a shortcut over here. If you're at the bottom of the list, you want to create another one. It's just a quick shortcut. And of course, you can use this as as you would a Word document. So you can edit every one of these elements, and if you hit enter, it just creates another connection right there. So you don't have to worry about order. You can insert a new connection anywhere, and it gets reflected in a graph right away. These are ways to create connections. In addition, we can start changing the icons here very quickly. So let's go into development, for instance. We can see there's some icons here. Oh, I like this one. But you can also search for icons. So if, for instance, I want to go into sales, and I'm imagining I want a picture of money. So I'm just going to start typing MON. Or here I go. It changed the icon right away. And we can start organizing things this way to make them more visually appealing. We have a pretty large library of icons, and more are coming. This is really going to be kind of an infinite library of visuals to choose from. In the next video, I'm going to show how to use the inspector to add colors, to add attachments, and really to kind of start using each node as a whole hub of activity. So until then, thank you very much for watching.